this on?
Maybe I'm a little bit too Obi-Wan Kenobi talking to Darth Vader, looking for Anakin Skywalker in there somewhere. I know he's in there.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano and filling in for Eric Hamilton, Josh Reese, who hasn't done a main show podcast in years, I think.
I'm assuming this is part of the farewell tour.
Sure.
Yes,
You're doing every show this week, right? Every one.
I'm trying.
That's what I heard.
I'm trying to let people know what they're going to be missing. Should we start talking about time zones now?
Josh,
or later?
I swear to God, we're not talking about time zones. No.
Okay.
Why would we talk
really-
about time zones?
I won't be up. Do you want to know?
I want to know what?
Should we talk about it?
No, this is not what we're doing on the show. No,
right.
It's not the Josh Reese show. A lot of fans listening or watching are seeing Josh for the first time because not everyone's a patron, you know?
Right.
Could be
Welcome
some newer fans.
to greatness.
Have you not figured out the Mexico time zones yet? Is that what this is?
No, Mexico
That's
has
part of
one
it.
time zone.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. I think they have two.
I don't. You acted like it was
So
a
you
fact. I was
don't
like,
know.
So you don't know where you're going to be.
No, you holy shit. We don't need to get into it, right?
No,
Or
we
should
don't.
Okay.
No, we really don't,
All right.
Josh.
No,
Well,
because it just won't be good for you.
if you like Josh, you will love the Patreon.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
trying to-
thank you for
yeah,
plugging
see,
that.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Patreon.com/
What's wrong with Josh?
No.
What?
You stupid fuck.
Everything. It would just be Patreon / everything. It's the same.
Wow, you're really showing how much better you are than Eric.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh. What's wrong with wrestling?
Tomorrow, Eric's listening to this like, what the fuck?
It's
Right?
big shoes
Come on,
to
Josh.
fill. I'm trying my best to fill Eric.
Oh, what?
Shoes.
I'm sorry? What's that? Trying to fill Eric. Wow.
Eric was on assignment at Raw.
It wasn't an assignment we put him on.
No, it's
He
his
just
own
assigned
assignment.
himself. He was like, I need to go to Raw. I just can't fucking wait 2 weeks.
No.
Because they're coming here in 2 weeks. We're like, Eric, just wait the 2 weeks. He's like,
No.
I can't wait the 2 weeks. I have to go to Raw. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm buying a suite. And of course, we all.
You fucking
Mike, he bought a suite. It was just him alone by himself in a fucking suite. In Rhode Island. Of all places.
It would have been cheaper to be in the front row than do the suite
It's like,
thing.
no, I'm going to buy a suite, and whoever wants to join me can join me, and then no one showed up.
No.
I think what it was is that he didn't want people to see how hard he was actually marking out for Goldberg.
That I think you're right. I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he needed a suite by himself.
Eric.
Because when Goldberg came out, I heard a fan way up in the rafters that was chanting. I imagine it was Eric. No?
It could. I mean, it probably was. There's a lot of people chanting Goldberg. A lot of people like that old fuck.
Crazy.
So
Crazy.
yeah,
I don't understand.
maybe we'll hear from Eric if they piped it in at all. You know. I'm sure the theme song has some piped in just to get the crowd started. You know, get the crowd going.
It's they're being ironic. They're not cheering for this old guy.
I know.
Nobody likes it. Go!
Can't imagine.
Go!
I mean, look, fans
what they're
love
doing.
Fans love chanting, and
Right.
they love a good song, and his theme music is a great, you know, like
Yeah.
So that's probably all it is. No one really likes.
You know, I'd
Goldberg.
rather see him than like half the roster just because, you know, like he falls down or says something stupid.
Oh, it's going to be amazing to see how they botch him winning the World Heavyweight Championship on Saturday.
Are you still going
I'm
with
more
that?
convinced than ever. Yeah.
In his final match.
I will fucking
think
put
so,
my
too.
house up for grabs.
And they put it up. Does he get cashed in on or they just put it up in a tournament?
No, it won't be his final
He's
match. They've
standing
said this
tall.
so many times. Michael Cole won't stop saying it.
There's
If he wins, I don't know. Yeah, and then he drops it to Gunther at SummerSlam. Sure. You think Goldberg wants Saturday night's main event payday or a SummerSlam payday?
I think he'll take whatever he can fucking get right
Yeah,
now.
sure.
Payday.
Right. But I don't think he would come back just to job in 3 minutes.
No. Or to get cashed in on.
Now, they might have to just change things. If Goldberg just passes out for real, then the ref just has to be like, Gunther, I don't know. Sorry, we tried. Hey, guys, we
I thought
tried.
you were gonna
I
do
don't
this.
know.
The ref would have to be like, cover him. Oh my God, what? like when Austin won his first title.
Yeah.
Where he just kind of fell on Owen and rolled him
Oh,
up.
the IC title,
Because
yeah.
he was
right.
He was basically pinched nerves.
They'll have to do one of those things, yeah.
Are you sure it won't be like a Jasper Troy moment where Goldberg is about to get pinned and he should have kicked out, but instead the ref is like, oh, my bad.
That could happen as well. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, also, like, what if they just want to do a screw job on Goldberg? You know, Triple H hated WCW. It took a while for him to put over Goldberg. Then he just beat him right back. But, like, so maybe it's just a Goldberg screw job. That would be great. That would be awesome. Then Triple H becomes this even bigger babyface because it's like, no, you screwed Goldberg. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
We'll see what they do. But we have a lot to talk about. We've got SmackDown, Raw. There's like 1 million pay-per-views this weekend because it's the weekend of hell. And you can only catch those recaps at patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. You also get this show ad-free and before everyone else. You also get the 700 bonus podcasts. That includes the weekly Monday Night War podcast, the weekly AEW NXT podcast, all the pay-per-view recaps, especially this coming weekend, and the brackets. We've got 3 worst promo brackets and coming very, very soon, later this month, part 4.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. Wow.
It's happening.
I have yet to be a part of one. Am I actually going to get to do one this time?
Nah.
No.
No.
Shit.
But, it's fine. All right. Okay. Fine. You can be...
Yay.
But you don't get a vote.
Okay. That's fine. Can I get a half? Can I get a half vote?
It won't matter, but
No.
sure.
All right.
You could break the ties. You could break the ties.
That's brilliant. So yeah, go to patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling.
We certainly don't want you causing ties.
That's right.
So
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
had some issues with that.
We'll figure it out. I was thinking that maybe I don't get a vote because I've already watched all of them like multiple times, and I've cried laughing watching some.
I'd rather
Really?
have Josh just watch. So nice try, Andrew, but you'll be voting. Sorry.
All right, well there you go. Let's move on. SmackDown opens with
Josh
Solo.
could be like, if we're so like really into like you're into one side and Eric's into one side, and like let's say I'm the guy who's like, man, this is tough. That's when you can step in and say, I'm playing my Josh card. I'm choosing.
Or like
the
at
first
any
one.
point, if someone can't decide, they're just like, I give my vote to Josh.
And then here comes Big Daddy Josh for the rescue.
This
Yeah.
might be really fun.
the
This might
rescue.
be really fun.
Yeah, we could have a lot of different crazy rules. Who knows? But
All right.
SmackDown opens with Solo Sikoa and his boys pulling up in a car, but Jacob Fatu beats them all up until security grabs them. It was
Great.
just their little open here,
Nah.
30 seconds. Solo hanging off the car was kind of funny.
Why would he roll down his window? Hey, boys, we finally made it to Raw.
Yeah, they're in the
Woohoo!
car, right?
Yeah.
That's a good
What the
for
fuck
the
is
cameras,
happening?
Josh. For the cameras.
I guess.
Yeah.
And do they not see?
They didn't know where they were. Solo rolled down the windows and went, huh. Oh, we're here. Oh, sounds good, guys. We're here.
I mean, they're obviously
Hey,
driving
Tala,
up,
park
right?
the car.
I don't know.
Tala, where'd he go?
Josh, are you just realizing it's been 10 years now? You're just realizing that wrestling doesn't make sense? Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
watching the amount of wrestling that I have, I've come to learn wrestling is a little bit screwy. A lot screwy.
Is that why you're moving to Mexico so you don't have to watch this shit anymore?
I am? I'm going to be exclusively watching AAA.
Interesting.
So I'm hoping AAA wrestling is much better.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great, Josh.
Yeah.
If the Worlds Collide, Mr. Iguana was any indication, I'm sure you're going to have a blast.
Sure. I'll be doing live dispatches.
Yeah.
How many like independent wrestling shows are there on a Saturday night in Greater Mexico City? I wonder.
Probably a few.
Gotta be a lot.
CMLL?
WWE is going to be
AAA.
there when we're there.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
The night of the wedding, they're doing a house show.
Oh?
In Mexico City, shut the front door.
Yeah. So,
Well,
Is that
we're gonna
like
have
a-
to.
are we
You
doing
have to. You have to invite someone to the
well,
wedding.
the party's going to, the
Invite
wedding party's
Cody.
going to the show. Yeah.
No, invite Cody as your Cody. It'd be my honor if you were my best man. Maybe someone cool.
I have to do it.
I
have to. Sorry, wife. Sorry. I guess I have to skip the next 50 Yankee games. So I'm gonna be in the penalty box for that one.
You got it.
Go to Andrew's
Sometimes
wedding.
they'll do that. They'll just show up
Of
because
course.
someone says, "Hey, look, I'm in America. I'm getting married in Mexico City. It's where my wife's from.
No,
you
we'll
guys are going to be there. It's a
We'll
crazy
have
coincidence."
Josh do it because they'll be like, "Oh, he's obviously got some affliction."
Yeah.
Like, hey, Cody, tits, pussy. What's up? Anyways, tits. Can you come to my tits
And
wedding?
then it's on Raw like the week before. Like there is a Tourette's retarded. I can say that now, right? A retarded Tourette's child. He had a beard, but he had the intelligence of a child. I'm assuming it's
I'm Benjamin
part of
Buttoning.
his inflection.
He's Benjamin Button. I think he's Benjamin Buttoning. But really he was never that good, or like he
I don't
was-
know if you're getting older or getting younger, Josh. It's really confusing.
Cody's
brain's getting smaller. We do know that.
bigger and smoother, because smooth brain is what you want.
Yes, smooth brain is what you want. You know,
course.
Albert Einstein had the smoothest of brains.
Ridges are for dummies. That's all I know.
Good.
That's right.
So yeah, we've got an in-ring promo from Cody Rhodes.
Cody loads.
Yes. What's his catchphrase, Josh? How does he do it? Tell me. Come on, do it for me.
Welcome.
No, you fucking can't. Jesus Christ, Joe, can you do it for me since Josh can't? Just do-
What do you
What
want?
did the first part?
Where were they?
What the fuck is going on? So!
Oh, sorry. I thought he usually says so Providence.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the city they were in.
So Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, he talks about winning the King of the Ring while he holds the crown, and then he starts to talk about facing John Cena at SummerSlam, but Randy Orton walks out. He says, "At Night of Champions, I had you dead to rights, and I was about to rearrange your skull, but I hesitated. You didn't hesitate. You pulled the trigger, and for that, I respect you." Well, Cody didn't punt you in the head.
No.
Like, you hesitated punting him in the head. Cody just gave you the crossroads, which is,
Just as deadly.
that's nothing compared to the punt.
No?
No.
I don't think so.
That's why he's got to do 6 or 7 of them to win a match.
So Orton tells Cody, "Promise me you will go to SummerSlam and kick John Cena's ass." And then the music hits, and it's not John Cena. It's the top heel in wrestling, which is not John Cena. It's the return of Drew McIntyre. And boy, have we missed him.
Yeah.
Wow, he was
great.
on fire.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No, you do it. No,
You hang up.
do
You
it.
hang up.
Oh,
Yeah.
you hang up. Amazing.
Oh my
And
god.
he's wearing his very own bored at work t-shirt, which he tweeted. It took them a year to make it, or a year and a half to make one, but it's finally here.
Yeah.
He says, "When did this beta male energy take over WWE?
That's amazing.
Thank God the alpha has returned."
Very true.
And people are like, "No, the alpha's Omega. Omega's the alpha." It's like, shut the fuck up. Are you kidding me?
God.
Just have them stand next to each other. Have a shoot fight. It'll be over in 5 seconds.
Were you talking about Mercedes Monet, who wants to be known as Mercedes Omega?
Oh, right. That's, yeah. No, we don't need to. That's enough AEW talk for this podcast, please.
Didn't Cornette say recently Omega has made wrestling stupid or something like that?
Oh, he's been
it's
saying that
pretty
for-
true.
he hates Omega.
Oh my God.
So yeah, Drew tells Orton Cody's been buttering you up for months. How much he respects you, a big hug, and then a knife in your back. What happened to you, Randy? A few years ago, you were punting Hall of Famers in the head, and I had to save them from the monster you were.
It's true.
As far as I'm concerned, the legend of Randy Orton is dead. Yeah, remember that feud where he all the legends were playing poker, and then he walked in and beat all of he turned the lights off. He had those fucking
right. The night vision goggles.
night vision goggles, beat them all
Right.
up. Flair was
Right.
dead, and Shawn Michaels, and that was when Shawn Michaels super kicked Orton off the ambulance.
Right.
Wow.
Remember that? During COVID Mania or
COVID
not
Mania.
COVID Mania, but
That's
yeah, the
crazy.
COVID shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Drew tells Cody, "I want you to be the next WWE champion so I can be the one to rip it out of your hands. And I won't hesitate, unlike somebody." And he looks back at Orton, but he gets RKO'd for it, as expected. And then Orton and Cody have a little moment, teasing another match down the road when maybe Orton is a heel. We'll
Yeah, of
see.
course.
But I wonder if, after Seth cashes in on Cody at SummerSlam, maybe Orton attacks Cody to keep him away from Seth for a while.
Continues
Maybe
his
that's how they do it.
faceness.
Oh wow.
If he cashes in on Cody at SummerSlam, but
Interesting.
I really think that's happening. But if they don't want Cody to just fight Seth right away, then Orton has to do something horrible to him.
That's right.
You know?
Punt him for real.
Punt him for real. Backstage, Nick Aldis grants Drew a match with Orton for Saturday night's main event. So there you go. Drew's got to win that, right? I mean, he just came back.
Sure.
He's got to beat Orton.
I'm down for that.
He just got RKO.
Orton doesn't really win anymore. You know? So, yeah, I would think that's a Drew win.
Certainly not big matches.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair reluctantly teaming up versus Alba Fire and Piper Niven versus B-Fab and Michin. Why couldn't this just be, Secret Hervis and with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte? Why do we need B-Fab and Michin in there? Why is B-Fab still employed? Really?
She has the longest legs in wrestling, so says Wade Barrett.
Is that a thing?
my God.
Oh, right. He did say that.
Which is
Winner
weird.
Winner gets in the women's Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship match at Evolution. Flair got knocked out of the ring, so Alexa went to help her up. But before they were ready, Michin went for a suicide dive and fell flat on her fucking face.
Almost suicide for real.
Yeah. Just stop. Just stop. The suicide dive is so overdone anyway.
It really
Enough.
is. It's almost every tag match now.
It is every tag match.
Yeah.
It's like 5 times that's minimum.
Yeah.
So then Alba dives onto everyone, and they all fall down except for Piper because they turned off friendly fire for this match. Like, she was right there. She even got hit. And, like, half of them don't get hit. They fall down. Piper got hit in the fucking shoulder and was just like, Hervis.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Piper has a low center of gravity. Have you tried to knock someone down with a low center of gravity? You can't.
That's true. I've tried to knock you down a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just can't.
When I'm squatting, I'm in my
That's
perfect
true.
position. You can't move me.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Exactly.
What's that Humpty Dumpty? How's that Humpty Dumpty story go?
I think that was it.
So yeah,
Joshy.
So B-Fab got a hot tag, and she slowly and poorly cleaned house, and Tessitore and Barrett had to pretend like they were seeing the resurrection of Christ. I mean, like, Tessitore was like, oh my, this is amazing! Like, her spinning super slow-mo kick that she did, it was like, holy shit. She's not even good enough to be on NXT. She's not even good enough to be on Evolve, and I've never watched Evolve.
No, come on. Evolve is the perfect place for her.
Maybe Evolve.
Maybe.
Just because I'll never watch Evolve.
Or what's under Evolve?
A TNA.
Booker T's show.
I think there's better wrestlers in reality wrestling.
Yeah.
So Charlotte...
This is like watching Stone Cold in his prime.
B-Fab! What do you mean, B-Fab?
Oh,
What?
Jesus. I hate that.
B-Fab 316 says, what do you mean?
That's right. After Fatu, I was waiting for it because after Fatu beat them up in the car, he said, you know what I mean? Like 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for Tessitore to be like, what do you mean?
And Tessitore was like,
He was waiting.
there was like a pause. All right, well, we're back.
Well, I guess he said it enough times, so that's enough.
Triple H said never again last week.
Yeah. So yeah, Charlotte hit a bad moonsault on Alba and Piper, but not before patting Alexa on the head, unknowingly tagging her in. The
Full
ref was
chub.
like, that's a tag. I don't care what anyone says.
It's fine.
And then Chelsea Green hopped on the apron, but Charlotte gave her a big boot. And then Alexa hit Twisted Bliss for the win. And then Charlotte hugged Alexa for a second.
I was laughing at this little back and forth between them.
Sure.
Because she laughs and Charlotte's like, mm-hmm. And then she runs over and gives her this big hug. And then she's like, all right, that's enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
And then they're looking at each other and they're laughing and then they're looking funny. And then Charlotte just like,
Yeah.
I was like, this is hilarious.
Like, still hate you, still hate you.
Yeah.
But I love you, but don't love you. Yeah, it's very
I hate you,
strange.
but nice match. Nice moves.
Yeah, we'll see where they're going with that. Next up, we've got the Wyatt Six versus Montez Ford, Johnny Gargano, Chris Sabin, and Berto.
Where's the Y button?
Random.
I'm going to hit it.
Yeah, it's this one.
There it is.
Yeah, Nick Aldis put this together just because he was like, all right, one of each faces the Wyatts. And if they win this 8-man tag against these 4 random guys, then they get to fight the Street Profits for the tag titles.
Makes sense.
How does that make any... Yeah. During the match, Johnny tried to remind Dexter
That's
Lumis...
why Johnny before the match was like, Like SmackDown Tag Division on 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're all a team. It's the stupidest thing.
The Machine Guns are like, you've been beating the fuck out of us for months.
Right.
Remember you turned on us?
Right, Johnny's a heel, right?
Yes.
Very strange.
Which makes later in this match even more confusing.
Yeah.
So Johnny tried to remind Dexter Loomis that they used to be family, but Dexter didn't care. He's like, my wife's gone. I don't even get to fuck her anymore.
Oh, right. Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Then later, Sabin hit Rowan. Sabin hit Rowan with a DDT, and he was reaching for a tag at Johnny. But Johnny saw Rowan start to get up, so he hopped off the apron. And then Sabin was like, what? He was like, yeah, you guys hate each other, remember?
Yeah.
And then Rowan gave Sabin the Iron Claw Slam for the win.
The win. Who had Eric Rowan as doing the pin in this match?
For
Who
reals,
was on
right?
the graphic? Because they showed a graphic for next week. It's the Street Profits versus the Wyatts, and they showed 2 of them.
It was Uncle Howdy, and I want to say Dexter Loomis, interesting enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And Rowan gets the win here. No title shot for him.
Nah.
Fuck
Well,
off.
they do free bird rules,
Go
right?
stand in the corner, that big dummy.
There was a part, There was a part of the match where Ford went for a suicide dive, and Rowan caught him, and he just went, "What are you doing?" It's just like, what are you saying? What is, like he didn't know what to say there, I guess.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Roar. Have you seen my spider?
He should have just roared.
Where's my toy spider? For
stupid-
months, we were like, what's in the box?
The stupid spider.
And then Vince said, it's going to be a toy spider and everyone's going to get scared. No, Vince. No. You might as well put the gobbledygooker in that fucking box. Jesus.
That is
Remember the spider? Rowan's spider?
That was crickets.
Yeah, that was stupid.
He should have just stuck his hand like in the box and was like, "Oh my God, look at this!"
right with his giant
the
ass
box.
fingers.
Ah!
They would look like spider legs too.
Right.
Oh
Jesus.
my God, that was the dumbest.
If only
thing
the
ever.
Adams, if only they were doing like a cross promotion with the Adams family at the time.
Wasn't he like listening to it? Wasn't he like?
Probably, yeah.
Was it talking? Was the spider talking?
And then there was the best moment where what was the wedding? Was it Rusev and Lana? I think it was Rusev and Lana's wedding. Or no, Lashley and Lana's wedding.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, I didn't get an invitation. Oh, it's fine. I don't want to come to your wedding anyway." And then he goes, "Raw!" It's just like, what?
Monster sad.
Yeah.
I didn't get a Rowan plus Spider. Oops. I spoiled it.
Lost spider.
God. 2019, just peak
Oh
shit.
my God.
WWE.
Like pre-COVID. Like
Yeah.
it was pre-COVID. They
Right.
had no excuses back then.
Jesus. So glad he's back. Next up, we've got a Julia video promo where she says lots of crazy things like blue flames don't flicker. Blue flames burn everything down. No mercy, no doubt, no fear. With fire, with fury, my way. And you're about to feel the heat of beautiful madness.
Oh.
No doubt, no fear, no evolution pay-per-view, apparently,
Yeah, really.
for a champion. The only title not on the pay-per-view.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that is crazy.
know that? The only one.
Yeah.
Including NXT.
Maybe they stuff her in the Battle Royal. We're waiting for the announcement of who's in this Battle Royal, but
Yeah.
we know a
Desperately
couple
waiting.
people.
Desperately.
Desperately waiting. Next up, we got an in-ring promo from Tiffany Stratton.
time.
Shut your mouth.
Shitty time.
This is my first time experiencing Tiffy time, and I probably could have passed.
She's
Oh, yeah.
She's not good.
I mean, especially as a baby face.
She's
The only
so
way
not
this
good.
character works is if she's a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
So she says she gets to choose who she will face at Evolution. Which, by the way, why? Why did both main champions get to choose? Just because it's Evolution and we're gonna let the women choose? Like, I just don't get it.
Because some dumb writer wrote that, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll go with that."
Right.
No, yeah.
So she's interrupted by the new Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill, and they made the women's crown so big that she can't even put it on. Like she just holds it above her head. It was too big.
Do you think her and Cody got
You
the
made it-
crowns mixed up?
Maybe. But they made unwearable crowns.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you do that?
So stupid.
Jade says it doesn't matter who you choose because at SummerSlam, I'm coming out with that title always. Not the best way to say that.
No.
Someone didn't
Not
remember
any
her
way to
lines.
say that.
In every timeline. Bam, fixed it.
Tiffy says, I'm glad you're here because I have a surprise for everyone. And Trish Stratus comes out because she's always there. And she was on the fucking poster. So, like, we already knew she was coming.
Ah, shit.
Stratton asks Trish to face her at Evolution. Jade repeats her "it doesn't matter who" line and says it a little bit better this time. And then Trish mentions how far the women's wrestling has come. Like, when are they going to stop doing this?
Yeah.
Evolution, the first one, was 7 years ago.
7 years. This is the second one.
And the Divas
It's
Revolution.
not annual. It's the second one.
And the Divas Revolution was 10 years ago.
Right.
Like, that's when they brought
shit.
Becky and Charlotte and, like, all of them to the main roster, Like, it was, like, how much longer are you going to do this?
And Trish was 30 years ago.
And honestly, it's not going well.
No.
It's not going that great.
Not right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, Trish says, my kids have never seen me be champion, but Stratton says, it's not going to be easy. It's not the Attitude Era anymore. It's like, yeah, that's unfortunate.
Too
Yeah,
bad.
this would have been a bra and panties match.
We all wish it were the Attitude Era for many reasons.
It'd be a tits and vagine match.
Yeah.
Tits.
And
First
then
to
Trish,
show tits.
Trish says, Tiffy, I've been known to evolve.
She was so bad.
So bad. And
This
then
whole thing was
Stratton just ends it with, the WWE Universe runs on Tiffy time. So,
She's looking at her with such a dumb face. Even when Jade's talking, she's like, and then when Trish was talking, she's like,
oh my God. And just the layers of makeup that Stratton wears.
for sure.
Is insane. And like, Trish is like 20 years older than Tiffany Stratton, yet she looks so much better.
Way better.
Because she looks human. Whereas Stratton it just has clown makeup
she's like
on.
pancake on.
It's insane.
So I am a little bit confused. So Tiffy has the authority to make this a three-way match?
Well, again, they get
No, it's not a three-way. You couldn't read the scorecard, dummy?
Yeah, you're not smart.
Yeah, that's not the
What does it
three-way
say?
match.
What does it say?
He can't read. That's why he doesn't know.
Look how long he's looking at it. That's okay. Look at me. Ready? Ba 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 ba. Okay, there it is. There's two names.
Well, Joe, you
How
can
does it take
read
you an hour?
because you can read and he can't.
English is not my first language.
It
You
is.
don't have a first language.
You don't have a first or second language.
Shit.
But yeah.
The only man alive that doesn't have a first language.
Yeah.
Oh God, were you born on like an island somewhere?
Yes.
Raised by the various animals.
Samoa.
Did you eat a lot of paint chips when you were a kid?
Sniffed a lot of glue. That's for sure.
Great. Yeah. So yeah, Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus at Evolution.
You can't help but to pay-per-view that thing.
You really can't.
Can't help.
You really can't.
Because you also can't. Because it's, you gotta get Peacock.
This is like the perfect Saturday night's main event card.
Seriously.
That's what this is.
It's the premium live event. Premium.
So yeah, then backstage, Jade runs into Trish and they act like they weren't just in the ring together.
Right.
She's like, oh, Trish.
Hey.
Fancy seeing you here. Bitch, we were just in the ring together.
I was like, they couldn't have done this in the ring?
Yeah, so they have a little thing. But then Naomi hits Jade in the back with her custom caution Money in the Bank briefcase.
Oh my God. And this was horrendous.
Looky.
Yeah.
Should have proceeded with caution.
Right.
She
and then,
scream laughed.
uh-huh.
Horrible. It was terrible.
Yeah. Then Nick Aldis checks on Jade and she yells, I'm tired of this. Give me Naomi. And he was like, fine. Sure.
Do it.
Let's see it. We'll do it again and then we'll do it again at SummerSlam and whatever. Next up, we got Fraxium versus Andrade and Rey Fenix, the new makeshift tag team. A lot of fans online were asking, why is Rey Fenix teaming up with Andrade and not his brother? And I'll tell you why. It's because Penta is over on his own because he has a unique look. He has a presentation, whereas Rey Fenix just looks like every other luchador.
Yeah, he's got a catchphrase.
Uh-huh.
He's got a lot of stuff going for him.
Yeah.
No, I was
Not
gonna,
to mention, his look is really cool.
It's amazing.
And Rey Fenix just looks like everyone else.
I was going to bring this up when we talked about Ray.
You couldn't pick out Rey Fenix, Dragon Lee and fucking I don't know, like
Axiom.
In a fucking lineup. You couldn't tell me who's different.
No, but it is amazing how they've been able to elevate Penta.
Yeah.
I mean, like in AEW, he was at the top of the tag division, but he was just lost in the tag division. Here, he's like a top-notch guy.
Yeah, he is.
Crazy.
Dude, I remember when they did the first, it wasn't AEW yet, but it was the first All In.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right.
Where like it wasn't Tony Khan's money, but it probably was. But like Penta was there, and that was the first time I saw Penta. He had a match, and I was like, that guy looks fucking awesome. Like he has a great look.
Yeah.
And I think that was the same one where Jericho then dressed up like him and hit the code breaker on
that's amazing.
whoever
Yeah.
what was Omega maybe, I don't remember. But yeah, it was like, wow, that guy, you could tell already, like he looks great.
No, he is great. And in AEW, we were like, if he could only learn how to sell.
Yeah,
Wow, it's crazy. He learned how to
a
sell.
little bit.
All right. Is this Ray Phoenix, Axiom, or Dragon Lee? That's all you get.
Dragon Lee.
Andrew?
Well, as much as I wanted to be funny, it's Dragon Lee.
Oh, damn it. How do you know?
Because he has a stupid face.
He does have a.
You can see enough of his
face.
dumb face.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I would have
that's
had no idea.
still-
Point taken. Point taken.
Points
Still,
taken.
Rafe, they just have masks, whereas Penta, like, he's got like a skull face paint thing going on. It looks really cool.
Yeah,
That's the point.
I should have played the game. I should have said it was Flaxseed.
You fucked up, Josh.
I thought it was Eric Rowan. Fuck.
Tuesday's not your night. I guess not.
should have said Eric Rowan.
So, yeah,
That was funny.
Is that his spider? They got bigger. He grew up. He filled out.
The spider is a man.
Yeah.
He grew up to be a man.
Yeah. So Axiom hit on Andrade with a Spanish fly, and then Frazier hit the Phoenix Splash, but Ray broke it up by giving Axiom a code breaker while falling onto Frazier. And then Andrade hit Frazier with the message for the win. And then after the match, Ray Phoenix was so excited. He jumped over the barricade and he landed into the arms of just some guy in the front row.
Some giant dude. I was like, what the fuck?
I guess it was his friend, but it was like, hey, Ray Phoenix, don't look like you're a fan that just like got to wrestle a match and got to win. Don't look like the kid that tagged with Braun Strowman at WrestleMania.
And you're like, wait, how little is this guy?
Yeah. He went, wee! Jumped over the barricade. Yeah. This fucking guy caught him, and he was like, yay! I did it! I won a match!
Yeah, he just won a match.
Well, Andrade did it for you, but all right.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
They're like, oh my
strange.
God, how big was that guy that caught him? Someone's like, right. 5'8".
Yeah. Right.
That's big,
Bronson-
dude. 5'8".
It's Bronson Reed's brother.
Like how like deadpan.
not as thick.
Yeah, like he goes into Gorilla. He's like, great match, right, guys? And Triple H just deadpan stares at him like, you fucking mark.
You're lucky we've got 4 hours of television to fill this week.
Right. Backstage, Damian Priest. Oh boy, it doesn't get much better.
My
Damian
God.
Priest is walking around just like, like another NPC. And then he goes, Alistair Black, fancy to see you here. Did I do it? Good. Okay. So anyways, Priest says, I just found out that you and R-Truth have a match next week. And Black says, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you're selling out your friend. But you wouldn't do that because you're the good guy, right? And Priest says, who told you I'm the good guy? And who told you Truth is gonna be the victim of violence? Family.
Because you know what? I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh no. Wait. Is he fake? Is he
his
fake
move.
Razor?
He does, yeah. He is fake Razor.
He is fake Razor.
He steals his fucking moves. He even comes out trying to look like Razor and everything. But
Yeah.
And then after all that, Alistair says, Damian. And Priest says, Black.
Black.
What is going on? This isn't John Wick, motherfucker.
Right.
Jesus.
Just fuck or fight. Choose one.
You've never run up to someone in the hall and been like, stranger, and then you'll just walk away.
No, I've never done that. No.
The next big release, both of these names will be on it.
Maybe. Next up, we got Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso versus Solo Sikoa and JC Mateo. Earlier in the show, Solo introduced Tala Tonga to the group, And he also renamed the Bloodline to MFT, a.k.a. My Fucking Tits. Why can't you figure this out?
Shit, I'm sorry.
This is main show. This is prime time, Josh.
Josh, this is not
Tits.
double champ shit.
Tits.
What does it matter that it's Wednesday or
There we
Tuesday
go.
when we're recording?
I'm sorry.
It shouldn't make a difference.
That's my bad.
It's embarrassing.
So you ruined the joke. Yeah, My Family Tree is the name, which I'm glad they got rid of the Bloodline name just because
It wasn't.
none of them, it wasn't. It's not Roman Reigns. It's Solo cannot keep the Bloodline going. My Family Tree, MFT,
Motherfucking
whatever.
trees. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Fatu gets the win with the Impaler DDT and then the moonsault on Solo. Then after the match, Fatu puts Solo on the announce table and goes to the top rope. But Tala Tonga comes out and throws him off. Tongaloa comes out and MFT takes out Jimmy and Fatu. And then Tala gives Fatu a powerbomb through the announce table to end the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got
That's-
the Samoan standing strong.
Right.
It's a big dude.
It certainly is.
yeah.
But he couldn't look less enthused to be there. Especially in the video, promo with Solo. He's like, Tala Tonga. And they show him, he's like,
I just woke up. Sorry.
I'm Tala.
I'm taller
tall.
than you.
That's the only thing I have going for me.
Raw's main event has Seth Rollins.
Oh, yeah.
SmackDown has Solo Sikoa standing tall.
No, Fatu.
Yikes.
Fatu is great.
Of course.
He's great. This Solo guy is fucking terrible.
No, Fatu, I guess he's fighting Solo at SummerSlam. He's got to win his belt back, and then they need to just move on.
Yeah.
Go their separate ways, because Fatu's too good to be interacting with Solo Sikoa.
Yep.
Way too good, but we'll see. Let's move on. Monday Night Raw opens with Seth freaking Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman. And Heyman starts to hand the microphone to Seth, but Braun takes it from him, and they're both in shock. They're like, oh my God.
Yep.
Wow.
But they let them talk this week. Most of the time, Braun and Reed just kind of stand there, but they get some mic time. Braun says, Seth and Heyman have a vision for me to be the face of WWE for the next 2 decades, but I have a vision of a WWE without Sami Zayn.
Aw.
Yeah. He
He really hates that guy. Then Reed says Braun's a tough act to follow, but so am I. It's like, no, not really.
No.
You kind of suck. He says, I gave Seth 6 tsunamis, and now we have a mutual respect, and tonight I will tsunami the respect into Jey Uso.
Great.
Aw, Josh, I thought you used to love this guy.
No. No.
He was your namesake for a while.
Yeah, it was funny. It was
Big Bronson
funny.
Reed.
But Bronson Reed is terrible. He's a terrible character.
terrible
Tsunamis. He's 5'3".
Yeah.
Jesus.
Exactly. So then Heyman says, tonight, the Empire strikes back, which was a great line. And for half a second, I was like, oh, is that the name? Are you guys the Empire? Fine, go with that. Sure.
Yeah, that's not
But
bad.
No, it's not. They still don't have a fucking name. It's been 3 months. Jesus Christ.
Well, at one point, Bronson's like, I'm glad to be a part of Seth's
Vision.
vision. He's like,
Yeah.
okay.
That's been everyone's thinks that's what it's going to be, right? The
I
vision.
assumed it was the
Or the
vision.
visionaries. That could be good, too.
Sure.
I like Empire.
Empire's
Like
cool.
Empire.
An
Yeah.
Empire?
But he goes, actually, that's a blooper because tonight the Empire strikes first. And it was like, you should have just left it with that.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Have
The
you never
Empire
gotten
Strikes
punched?
Back.
You can strike back.
Did you just get, was the pop too big for the heels?
Right.
Yeah. Then Heyman says Roman Reigns doesn't have the balls to come back and step up against us. The OTC is MIA. And it was like, so he's returning soon. So Heyman's just doing his job of reminding everyone that
But I
Roman
feel
Reigns
like-
is still around.
I feel like they said that for the last pay-per-view, and then he didn't show up.
Right.
Maybe.
They were kind of hinting, who's going to stop
But
him?
he's not gonna miss SummerSlam.
It's a spoiler.
There's no way.
Probably not.
Which it's probably Roman Seth for SummerSlam.
No. I don't think so.
So that
Then
means
who?
he has to come back soon then.
He'll come back
Can't
and
do
make
Seth and Punk again, right? You've already done that so many times. Seth's fighting one of them, I think. He's got to have a match. So does Punk. See
Seth
what they
versus
do.
Goldberg.
Maybe they run back the triple threat.
That's funny.
Who knows?
For nothing.
So yeah, Heyman hypes Reed versus Jay, and then Seth versus Penta while speaking some Spanish. He says by the time Penta gets stomped into the mat, Penta will be in no shape to do those hand signals again. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. And then Seth's like, oh, I think you said it all. Cool. And he does his catchphrase, and then they bail.
Yeah.
So there you go. Pretty good opening segment overall. You know, Bronson Reed doesn't help, but Heyman was good.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, you really didn't get much of Seth at all, but, you know, it worked.
And they did spoil the whole show, to be fair. Well, they did. Everything they said came true.
That's what the Oracle says.
Yeah, that's right. Next up we go in the Judgment Day locker room, and they're playing darts. They're whacking off. They're, just the guys, though. And Roxanne Perez put up a photo of Liv Morgan as if she were dead. And Raquel's like, guys, she's alive. Which reminded me of the fucking Brie Bella thing from, who was it? God, I forget who Brie was feuding with. Maybe it was Charlotte? It was Charlotte. This is like 2018 or something. When Charlotte was like, I mean, it's not like Daniel Bryan's dead, right? And then Brie goes, no, Daniel didn't die. He's very much alive. And it was like, why did you have to say that?
Yeah.
That's so fucking
Reminds
weird.
me of somebody. Take something too seriously.
Right.
Very strange.
But yeah, here, like Raquel's like, what? She's alive. It was like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But then she still did Dios mío.
Yeah, she's like, she's going to be back soon. And Balor's like, I don't know. It took me 8 months to come back when I injured my shoulder, and I'm really tough. I don't know about Liv. So,
the reports are like 8 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Dom thanks JD and Balor for his get well soon cake, get better wishes. But they say it wasn't from them. And then Dom reads the rest. And
He just reads it. Because
Yeah.
it's right there in writing. But like Josh, he can't read.
Maybe he's got Josh Lexia,
Yeah.
He's Josh Lexic.
It's a disease. It's going around.
Then he reads from AJ, and he turns around, and AJ Styles is in the corner of the room looking at him. And then they cut back to Dom. He's like, oh my God. Then they cut back to where Styles was, and he disappears like Batman.
Through the curtain.
Dep.
Wow.
He learned dep.
So let me get this straight.
Uh-huh.
They flew AJ Styles from, let's say he still lives in Alabama, right?
Yeah, sure.
They flew him from Alabama to fucking Rhode Island. And they're like, hey, real quick, can you just stand in that corner and just do like the meet the parents thing?
3, 2, 1, and action. Cut. Okay, AJ, we will see you next week, buddy. Good job. Say hi to your wife for me.
AJ's like, what are we doing next week? The same thing. Can we just film it now? Nah, we'll see you next week, AJ.
Here's a plane ticket. Don't be stupid, AJ. All right, we'll see you next
I have to
week.
put on my jacket and all
AJ,
this
do
shit?
your job, okay, bro?
You'd have different clothes on. Your hair could
I
be
can just
longer.
change right now. No, I can just change right now.
No, your hair might be longer. Man.
That's ridiculous.
God damn it. Yeah, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. Next up, we got Kyrie Sain versus Roxanne Perez. The two of them were not on the same page a few times, which has been happening a lot with Kyrie since she's been back. I don't know if it's a language barrier or what, but
She's on autopilot.
maybe she's used to the New Japan style still, and I don't know. So yeah, Perez did Penta's sacrifice, but Kyrie's arm was fine 5 seconds after.
She's much tinier. That's why.
She's so little.
Kyrie set up for the insane elbow, but Raquel pulled Roxanne out of the ring, so Kyrie dove on Raquel. Then back in the ring, Perez went for pop rocks, but Kyrie countered and won with a roll-up.
There it is.
After the match, Raquel and Perez attacked her, but Asuka runs out for the save, and her and Kyrie knock Raquel out of the ring. And then Asuka holds up Perez while Kyrie hits the insane elbow.
Thus, the return of the Bukkake Warriors.
Yes.
Vince McMahon's favorite tag team, right?
That's right. That's right.
We're gonna have tag team titles for the women's division.
Remember that? When he was like Santa Claus? Do you remember what Joe was like?
We're gonna have tag titles for the women's.
The women. Sorry.
God, it's so disgusting.
I just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
And that was like I want to say that was 7 years ago, and 7 years later, we still shouldn't have tag titles for the women's division. And we shouldn't even have tag titles for the fucking men right now.
Right. They don't know what to do with it.
It's been so terrible.
They have no idea what to do with it. Hopefully, I'm hoping Alexa and Charlotte can revive these things.
We'll see.
And win these titles.
We'll see if they even let them.
Yeah. There isn't a tag team on any show that we watch that's worthy of tag team belts.
Correct.
And we watch a shit ton of wrestling.
There's so many shows.
The only tag team that's worthy is Harlem Heat. And that's on the Monday Night Wars. That's it.
That's pretty much
it.
The Steiner brothers, yeah.
Steiner brothers, but the Harlem Heat's tag team champions.
Yeah, think about WWE right now and who's feuding for the titles. The Body Donnas, the New Rockers,
in 96,
the Godwins.
Yeah, terrible. That's what I'm saying.
It's shit.
It's
Who are the
only
and
Harlem
the Smoking Guns?
It's it.
Wow.
Crazy.
It's terrible.
Horrible.
In these,
Wait till we get to the Attitude Era. They get so many great tag teams.
I know.
And they've never been able to replicate that since.
I have a hard time believing that.
Ruthless Aggression had good ones too, because Edge and Christian stuck around. There was, but man, it sucks. Like, cut to the New Day on Raw, the tag team division's dead. It's like, yeah,
my God.
you got that right, but it's been dead for a while.
That was too real, fellas.
The New Day were fucking clowns.
No, that's pretty much what they are. So yeah, backstage, Adam Pearce adds the Kabuki Warriors to the Fatal 4-Way for the women's tag titles of Evolution. But then he says, I need a drink, but they played music over it. So you didn't... That's exactly what happened.
Right before, they cut, right before he does his look into the camera.
Yeah. He was like, oh, you guys cut my catchphrase? It's so over. They're like, no, Pierce, it's over.
No, that's what I was going to say.
It's
not so over. It's over.
Cut it out. Next up, we have a Nikki Bella video promo, and she's like, it's been a few weeks since I've been back, and I immediately botched on the mic by saying Stephanie Vacque, and then I went on my podcast and claimed I said it correctly. Anyways, whatever, evolution. I mean, evolution? I'm going to be there to make sure that no one evolves on this show.
She is one of the worst promo people
My God.
of all time. You're hot, Nikki, and you were the Diva champion when you just needed to be. Who's the hottest girl we have?
Yeah.
Champion. Make her champion.
Wait, who's fucking Cena? Congratulations, Nikki. You get the belt.
Just hand it to her. There it is.
That's essentially what happened.
I worked so hard for this.
That's essentially what happened, right? Because didn't the match start and then Brie kissed AJ Lee and then Nikki just beat her? It was some shit like that.
How's that?
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
So. All right, Nikki, great. At least it's not a one-on-one match like it was gonna be. Like Liv injuring her shoulder was kind of a blessing in disguise for that, at least.
Give it a cat fight.
Exactly.
She's like, I'm doing this for myself.
I'm doing this for everyone. Yeah. She's like, I've seen those Brie kicks before. I felt those Brie kicks. I don't want to go through that again.
Just the wind of that kick almost knocked me out.
She's like, separated shoulder, concussion.
Yeah.
I'll take the separated shoulder.
Yeah, this is nothing compared to Brie kicks. Jesus. Anyways, next up we got...
I separated my shoulder. I broke my neck. I played with my pussy. And then I got up. I do... Wait, what?
Did you just say you played with your pussy?
Well, who let Nikki Bella in here?
I fucked John Cena.
But I still got up. Huh?
Wait,
What?
you did who? See, that's true. That's tough. I get it. She can stay.
I blew Stone Cold after this video.
Oh, well, goddamn. Is it a wrap? Are we done?
I broke my neck. God dang. God dang.
I'm gonna come.
Oh, God. It's great. Good times.
All right, next up we got Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. However, Karrion Kross attacks Sami from behind and hit him with the lead pipe just like he did last week.
Whoa.
They can't stop a 5'6" Bronson Reed from jumping off the top ropes, but three guys can stop Karrion Kross, who's twice the size, just by taking the pipe out of his hand.
Hey,
Well, now what do? I don't have any moves.
Then he just throws the pipe like behind him.
Cross was like, I don't have a move set, so I don't know what to do now. All I know is hit with pipe.
Right.
So yeah, officials start to help Sami to the back, but then he turns around, goes back to the ring. Braun slowly attacks Sami's ribs, but then he went for the spear, but Sami countered with a clothesline. Sami hit a double axe handle off the middle rope, which he might be the only guy like doing. Maybe Punk. Him and Punk are like the only two that'll do double axe handles
Keeping
anymore.
it alive.
Keeping it alive.
Yeah, old school. He goes for another one off the middle rope, but Braun counters with a spear in midair.
Jesus.
Sami rolls out of the ring. Braun hits another spear. Then back in the ring, he hits the super spear for the win. And then backstage, Heyman tells his boys that Sami Zayn is out of action indefinitely, which I think that's the third time this year Sami's been written off of TV for injury.
That's
for
crazy.
kayfabe injury.
You think he'll take a lot of time off?
I don't know. I saw someone online be like, enjoy your time off, Sami, so that you win the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia next year, which
Oh, maybe.
that would be amazing.
Like that's the next time he comes back?
Yeah.
I don't know. You need to
Not
build up a little bit more than that,
Probably.
right? 'Cause there'll be so many other storylines.
Probably.
We would want 10 other guys to win it by then.
But you know what? That would be the only way to like make up for Saudi Rumble is to have Sami Zayn win it.
Sure.
That would be amazing.
It'd be nice. Unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Backstage, the War Raiders ask Adam Pearce to keep them in mind for a tag title shot, and Pearce is like, yeah, sure. I mean, there's only like a few tag teams anyway, whatever.
Right.
And then the New Day walk up. They're just like widows, not widowers, widows, because they're mourning the loss of their tag titles. They want a rematch, but the Raiders are like, fuck you. You didn't give us one when we lost to you. And then Becky Lynch walks up and tells Kofi and Woods that getting rid of Big E was the right move.
Weird drive-by.
Even though we've still never paid that off, and that was quite a while ago.
Correct.
Right. Why is she reminding us about this?
Yeah.
And also, why doesn't Big E ever respond?
I don't know. Well, you have to watch the pre-shows for the pay-per-views, and I don't think
Can someone
anyone's...
let us know if Big E has ever responded? I'd like to know personally.
I wonder when they're making the predictions. Does Big E pick the New Day in those matches, or have they even had a pay-per-view match?
You know what? For this match,
right.
I think the New Day can go fuck themselves.
Thanks, Big E. All right.
Imagine.
That'd be great.
It's appreciated. Yeah. No one's watching. Like, can you say that? No one's watching anyway.
Actually, no, guys. Here are our scripted answers for the predictions. Big E, this is who you're picking for this match. And
Again?
So true.
so fucking
So
dumb.
true.
We're gonna make fake predictions for the fake match.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid.
Stupid.
Talk about Inception.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing more marky than that is actually doing scorecards and picking winners for the fake matches.
I mean, like, it's almost like
I'm going to win.
it would be better if they played it like that. Like, well, I think Jade's going to go over on Naomi because the story will probably have Naomi cashing in and then Jade can get her revenge. Like, it's like, okay,
You know what's
that
funny?
that would be funnier. That'd be more interesting.
So back for people that know Eric the Midget from the Howard Stern show, R.I.P. He died like 11 years ago. But he was a huge wrestling fan.
Yep.
And Howard Stern would play clips because he would be on like TNA's internet show where Eric the Midget would he would make predictions for the TNA pay-per-views, but he was playing against like the fucking people writing the show. So he's like going up against like Mike Tenay and like the other guys. And like, of course, he would always lose. Like there's a time where like
my God.
Robin Quivers was like, he was like, yeah, I'm on the show making predictions, and Robin's like, can't they just tell you who's gonna win? And he was like, but they don't know who's gonna win. And he's like, no, but it's predetermined, Eric. Of course they know who's gonna win.
Of course they know who's
He's
gonna
like, no, but they don't know.
Kurt Angle is definitely beating Booker
And like
T.
if he were to win, they were gonna give money to like a charity of his. He told Howard it was going to be for the North Shore Animal League because that's the charity Howard Stern always plugs, but they never got any money.
Oh my God.
And then Howard stopped playing his clips from TNA, so he's like, now that you did that, North Shore's not getting a dime. And he's like, they haven't gotten one anyway. That was like peak Stern show with Eric
Oh
the
my
Midget.
God.
It's pretty
yeah.
amazing.
That's so great.
Anyways, moving on, we got an in-ring promo from the man. Becky says, I deserve to pick my own opponent for Evolution. I mean, God, it's really quick. It's a shame he died because he would have been a guest on this show. He died before we started this podcast.
Yeah,
He would have been making predictions with us.
That would have been
on this
amazing.
show.
Would have been amazing.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
So yeah, Becky says, I deserve to pick my own opponent for Evolution. Io got to pick her opponent. Tiffany got to pick her opponent.
Right.
I picked this woman right here. And she points to a woman in the front row. She's like, I'll beat you really quick. You know, like that was kind of funny.
Yeah, but tell me when she's telling lies, right?
It's true. Becky then claims Bayley and Lyra are in cahoots. And they agreed to pin each other so they could get this triple threat match. I mean, yeah, like that's what happened, but you probably shouldn't say they had a fake wrestling match and agreed on how the finish was going to be.
A fake wrestling match on the fake wrestling show?
Inception. There it is. Twice.
It is.
So then Bayley walks out, but then Lyra walks out and storms past her with a little shoulder check. Oh my God. And I want my title back, but Bayley wants the title. And then Lyra tells Bayley that I didn't call Becky after you got hurt. Becky called me. And Bayley, you don't care about friendship when it comes to championships, and that makes you just like Becky. A champion?
Yeah.
A winner?
What are you supposed to do, Lyra?
Lyra's just all over the place.
She
She
is.
acts heelish. She acts face like a face. It's just, she doesn't know what she wants to
Transfacial.
be.
I have to rescue.
annoying.
I have to rescue this championship from 2 disappointments.
She goes to hit Bayley, misses, hits Becky, and she's like,
Oh no! What have I done?
Not my best friend.
Bitch, you hate her.
you hate her worse than you hate Bayley.
So much worse.
and you're fighting her.
It's a little bit confusing.
This fucking show.
So everyone fights, but Lyra lays them both out with a pair of night wings. So
Because she's taking the pin.
yeah, maybe. Next up, we got Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed, which I was like, wait a minute. Where the fuck was Jay when Sami was getting murdered earlier on this show?
Doing coke.
No, he was like with the crowd and, getting a hot dog. He's like,
Sure.
yeet, yeet.
Oh, no.
20 more minutes, I'll be out there, yeet.
No,
Yeah.
I know where Jay was. He was yeeting. Of
Thank
course.
you.
Yeeting in the shower.
My joke was funnier. You
Yeah.
don't follow a funny joke with like a silly thing. Main show stuff.
He's still learning.
It's main show stuff.
He's still learning.
Although-
Maybe when he's triple champ. Just kidding.
I thought
That's
it was
never happening.
rules of 3, so Andrew was supposed to say a funny joke. No?
No.
Oh no, I got
A
it.
single
No,
joke.
I
is
got
a
it, guys. You ready?
Yeah.
I know where Jay was. He was yeeting. Of course.
That's
Do
what
you
I
get it?
said.
Are you laughing, guys?
That's
Are
what
you
I-
getting? Yeah. Good.
I don't think Andrew knows what's going on.
It was pretty funny
That's
when.
right, Josh.
Yeah, you're right,
With
Josh.
you.
That is true. Jesus. So Jay hit Reed with a suicide dive. Then outside the ring, Jay super kicked Reed and he fell on a chair. And then Jay super kicked him again and Reed fell out of the chair. No, Jay. Don't do AEW shit. No. Every episode of Dynamite, someone sits on a fucking chair and someone kicks the guy off the fucking chair every fucking week.
Brody Lee's move.
It's almost like,
It's his one move.
oh, that's cool. I'll do that. You'll do that? Okay, I'll do that. Wait, did I say you guys going to do that? Okay, I'll do that.
That's
Right.
all Jay does is steal things. He stole the yeet from
Where it
somebody,
was like back
right?
in the day, it was
No.
like, hey, that was a cool tombstone. I'm going to do that. And Undertaker would be like, if you do that, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you after the show. All right, so I think I'm not going to do the tombstone then.
right.
It's a lot more progressive nowadays.
Now everyone just does
You
everything.
share. I'll share. We share.
It's true. It's just like Drew said. Beta energy.
Exactly.
Big beta energy.
So Jay went for another suicide dive, but Reed threw the chair in his
They do a
face
fucking
Nice.
chair, like a gaming chair that they sit on. Like
for the
boom.
DQ.
Coolest thing he's done in a while.
And then Reed gave Jay 2 tsunamis, but then officials ran out, so Reed left. But why did he leave?
He was 4 tsunamis short of respect.
Right.
He's back! He's back!
I didn't go anywhere.
He still got it, kind of. He still maybe kind of sort of has it.
He's got something.
He was so close.
brain weakness.
But yeah, like he gave Seth 6 tsunamis, even with the officials out there.
So
And they're like, no, get out of here, Reed. And he's like, okay.
when you give someone 6 tsunamis, do they join the Empire?
Eventually, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe he didn't want to get suspended because with Seth, he got suspended for giving 6. So maybe that's the number.
3's the number.
No.
And out.
I get it. He's going to give 2 a week until he gets to 6.
Maybe. I mean, if he keeps tsunamiing Jay, that's certainly going to make... I'm going to like Reed a lot more, you know?
Yeah.
Beat the fuck out of Jay every week, sure. Next week, we've got Ludwig Kaiser playing El Grande Americano versus Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee gets a singles match. The LWO is dead, right? There's no LWO anymore.
Where's Ray?
Like, he just
gone.
came out. No,
He got hurt.
Maybe because Ray's hurt. When he comes back, they'll bring it back. For now, it's just like we need Kaiser to beat another luchador to piss people off online who say that this is offensive. Yeah, that's the point. And also, it's not. It's not offensive. It's wrestling offensive.
I can argue. I think it is offensive that we're even having to see this match.
I know.
With Dragon Lee. I was offended.
Yeah, from the Gulf of America. Oh my God. Did they say that? That's horrible. Yeah.
I mean, it's
You're
the
a
name of the
fucking mark.
place now. Sorry. That's what it is.
Are we 100% sure it's Ludwig Kaiser?
No.
Because
No,
commentary
no, we
was
don't.
split.
Yeah,
Commentary
no,
was split.
It's just so ridiculous. It's so over the top. Cole's like, no, that is a Ludwig Kaiser. And Corey Graves like, no, it's not Cole. I don't think it is.
Like what?
It's like they're taking it way too seriously.
Why do we
They're
need
treating
to
Cole
care?
like they're Josh. No,
Yeah.
it is.
No, it's not.
What an idiot.
Yeah. Like they're taking it too seriously. Like Michael Cole's taking it too seriously.
Yeah.
Of course.
So yeah, Americano put the steel plate in his mask. He hit Lee with the running headbutt for the win. Who cares?
Not me.
Nope.
Next up, Karrion Kross cut a promo during the commercial break. Obviously, this wasn't in the U.S. version, but if you did see it, the entire place, and I'm sure Eric will tell us when he comes back, the entire place was chanting, "We want Kross. We want Kross. We want Kross." He goes, "Well, you have me now." And they all went, "Yeah." They went fucking apeshit for this guy.
Is Triple H taking a shit during this part? This
I guess.
commercial break?
Right.
I'm going to take a shit, guys. I'm going to know if anything happens.
Is Triple H going to listen to the fans, or is he just like his father-in-law?
It's Fasha.
Look, Kross.
Faja.
Look, I said it last week. We've known, like, Kross had a match, or I think it was at the pay-per-view. Like, Kross had a match. He was like, yeah, like, his entrance is really cool. He can cut a promo. His matches are boring. But, like,
I was gonna say
it kind of doesn't matter if you're that over. It really doesn't matter.
His matches are boring, but Goldberg's wrestling for the title.
Yeah.
fair enough.
So, is it really about
Wrestling
the wrestling?
ability is the least important thing when it comes to being a wrestling star.
It really is.
If you're over, that's all that matters.
Hulk Hogan, come on.
These fans clearly have no idea what they're wanting because they've never obviously seen a Karrion Kross match live. It's boring as shit.
But
It's not
again,
boring as
most
shit.
I
I
think
mean, he had
most
good matches in NXT.
before this podcast, Joe and I weren't like calling each other and rating matches. You know, it's like that's just what we have to do now for this podcast because we have to give more insight onto it. We can't just, you know. So yeah, like we have to talk about the matches, but like most wrestling fans, I don't think they're ranking matches or rating matches.
Right.
If you're over, then that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
They just want to see you win the match, and that's it.
well,
You're cool.
I
Yeah.
did see that the match they had in Saudi, Kross versus Sami, got 1 star from Dave
did
Meltzer.
it? Did it? I mean, it wasn't good. I think we gave it like a D, so it was pretty boring.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they do anything with Kross. I mean, they probably should. There's probably money in it, you know, with the fans, him being so over. You probably should listen to the fans, even if like we don't like him personally, like the Jey Uso thing. I don't blame them for doing that. He was so over.
But who does he fight? Because Sami is dead.
That's a good point. Yeah. Maybe no one. I mean, he hardly ever fights, Josh. So yeah,
That's
probably not happening.
I was going to say, this is some long-term storytelling there.
I guess.
And building
They're
this-
like, we're getting him ready to win the 2030 Royal Rumble. Kross, 5 years of backstage promos. I think you'll get there one day.
I think you're there, buddy. Here we are. The world's ending, but we're going to let you have this.
He's going to be the #1 seed for the greatest Saudi Royal Rumble.
It's going to be you versus Sami Zayn for the vacant world title. Someone's got to win it. Oh, here comes the comment.
Here comes the guy. Wait, who's the Money in the Bank winner, right? Whoa!
Fuck me! God damn it!
How did we not see this coming?
And he's still a face? He said he was turning heel soon. What the fuck? Yeah. Moving on. We all laughed.
That's what he said on his podcast.
We laughed because
Jesus.
what's happening. Yeah, he's got to win King of the Ring after he's the WWE champion. Now, of course, 5 years later, he's going to win Money in the Bank. And yeah. Jesus Christ. All right, next up, we got an in-ring promo from Gunther. The Ring General says Goldberg's afraid of him, but then they cut outside and we see Goldberg pull up in a sports car. He almost
wreck it.
Almost wrecks it, which that was like a total accident. It was like when he headbutts the fucking wall and then concusses himself.
Sure.
He almost did it right there. He walks out, he gets right in Gunther's face. Gunther raises the mic, but Goldberg slaps it out of his hand. He offers him the first shot. And Gunther has to do this slow-mo punch attempt.
Sure.
So that Goldberg, could fucking react to it and block it. And then Goldberg decks him with one punch. He goes for the spear, but Gunther rolls out of the ring.
I was like, hit this so that you don't win.
and
Hit
shot.
this. And I fucking hit him. Fuck.
That's why he can't.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Andrew's writer every day about this stupid thing.
Goldberg saw the doctor, and the doctor was like, you have one more spear left. If you do 2, you will die.
Like
and you only have half a jackhammer. Yeah, it's like, if you do full jackhammer, you will die at Saturday Night's main event. He's like, well, Torque will be proud, so fuck it.
He looked goofy.
It's too true. That's why I thought.
There's no fucking way. He's not doing the jackhammer. He can't jackhammer Gunther. He couldn't jackhammer Bray Wyatt 6 years ago.
Oh my God.
You're not telling me he's gotten stronger?
Yeah. He's got the Torque steroids, baby. I don't know. What the fuck?
He's taking blood out of Torque and injecting it himself. What's up, man? Youth serum. Appreciate it.
Strong.
What a shit show that's going to be. It's going to be 5 minutes left of main event, and then Goldberg's going to be walking out to the ring. Like, all right, guys, you got 2 minutes. Goldberg's like, let's wait a little while. Let me know when there's 60 seconds left of the show.
What's Torque's real name?
Gage. It's almost worse.
Torque is
Torque's
so much cooler.
better.
Torque Goldberg.
Torque. Hook and Torque. Hook Torque.
Gage?
Should be his middle name, Gage Torque.
Hey, can you read that, Gage? Gage.
Yeah.
So
Hey, be careful. You don't talk about Torque or Gage. He's going to come after you. And
That's right.
eventually he'll get up the stairs. It takes him a while.
Takes him a minute.
how low are you making the over or under?
Oh, well, there's no scorecard for that one.
Yeah. I would say 345.
345?
I would say under.
Really?
I would say under.
But Gunther keeps talking about how he can't last 3 minutes.
Limping. He's limping right now.
They
He
almost
can't
have
even
to
walk.
They almost
gonna
have to do a thing where the clock is running, but nothing's happening. Like
Yes.
it puts Goldberg
Where they're just
through
like
a
the
table.
Kevin Owens Goldberg thing. Yeah.
Soaking in the crowd. That's what I think it's going to be, like a minute and a half of just soaking in the crowd.
No, I think
So
like-
then 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Yeah.
He tries to beat him up before the match, so Torque fights Gunther almost successfully until Goldberg wakes up.
That'll be it.
I would bet money on
The
this.
ref gets knocked out, then Torque gets in there, jackhammers Gunther, and then Goldberg
They
gets...
jackhammer him together to win the title.
Did he sign an NIL deal?
Probably.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Son, take your shirt off and join me to help me win this title. At least now it doesn't look like I'm a pedophile.
Yeah, it's true. Jesus Christ. That's going to be a shit show. Next up, we've got the main event for Raw. We got Penta versus Seth freaking Rollins. Backstage before the match, Heyman talked shit to Penta in Spanish, but Penta called him cabron. And then Braun walked up and told Penta to watch his tone, but Penta said, cero miedo, and
In his face.
that's that.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
So disrespectful. Yeah, Penta super kicked Seth as soon as the bell rang. He hit the Penta driver, but Seth kicked out, which that might be the first time someone's kicked out of it.
Interesting.
Then Seth hit a buckle bomb, but Penta no-sold it and hit a Mexican destroyer. Uh-oh. He's still no-selling.
Right? Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah. Penta went for the pin, but Seth got his hand on the rope. Then Penta set up for another Penta driver, but Seth lifted his head and it hit Penta right in his cero miedos. And then Seth, the ref was
I never thought about that. If you're about to be like pedigree, just lift your head up.
the ref was like, hey, what the fuck was that? And Seth's like, no, it was an accident. It was an accident. The ref was like, okay. And then when the ref turned around and then Seth went in the camera and went, ha ha ha, like fooled him.
He's like, zero bolos.
Yeah. Cero huevos.
No más huevos.
And then Seth hit the curb stomp for the win.
Yeah.
After the match, he told Heyman to call the boys, and Heyman was like, come out here. And then Breakker and Reed start to walk out, but then LA Knight got the jump on Seth, hit him with a BFT, and then he escapes through the crowd to end the show.
How did LA Knight hit the BFT on Seth when Braun Breaker runs 98 miles an hour?
Oh.
That's weird.
Well,
Think about that.
point.
Why was he not running to the ring as
I
soon
think
as he
because
saw LA Knight?
as soon as he saw it, he was just like, no, he went, I'm sorry, he went, bar.
Someone throws a bone. He's like, Bronson's like, okay, get that.
That's what we'll find out is LA Knight put like Scooby snacks on the stage and he was
someone with a laser pointer.
It's fucking great. All great.
Yeah. So that's all for Monday Night Raw.
We should mention that fans were chanting the shit out of CM Punk throughout the match.
They were.
But like LA Knight,
CM Punk this week.
LA Knight was a nice surprise though.
Yeah, sure. They played his fucking promo early in the show, just hyping their match for main events. I still think as of now we only have 3 matches for main events. So they'll add at least one more. Yep. Last time it was 5, but Seth beats Knight, I'm sure. Drew probably beats Orton, and I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think Goldberg beats Gunther. But
is that the only 3 matches as of right now?
So far.
And they're saving all the women's stuff for Evolution.
Yeah.
So there's no women's match.
So as of now, Goldberg versus Gunther is going to be like what, 45 minutes?
Yeah, as of right now, Josh.
Good luck. Good luck with that.
Yeah. All right, let's give some awards.
Yeah.
Who'd you have for worst dressed?
Worst dressed. I had Goldberg. No. Charlotte.
Oh, I didn't think Charlotte looked that bad. I'll take Goldberg.
I'll take Goldberg.
Goldberg.
But Charlotte, to the point, Charlotte was wearing those like, not where it's like she has no butt. Why are you wearing like the?
I know. Yeah.
This is my first time seeing Charlotte since her multiple surgeries, and I was just like, "Holy shit, she looks way different."
You know,
Every time.
with all the
Not great.
surgeries, why not give yourself an ass?
Yeah, right. That's like the one you should do.
Yeah. We'd
Best-
be okay with that one.
Best dressed?
I mean, Bailey.
I'm going to go with Chelsea Green because,
Feet.
yeah.
Fair.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're gonna get no arguments here. I mean,
Yeah.
I agree.
I got Alexa Bliss.
She looked
looked
great.
good.
Yeah.
Worst acting?
Cody Loads.
I had Tiffany Stratton. She was so stupid in the ring.
I have one rule on this podcast, and that if Goldberg
If
is
he
on the
shows
show,
up.
Goldberg.
He barely even said anything.
Goldberg.
Yeah.
Best acting?
Drew.
I'm going Drew.
Of course, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Worst comment?
Should have proceeded with caution.
She says that every fucking week.
And then her cackle is a part of that worst comment.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'll go with Trish's Evolve. I've been known to evolve.
Yeah.
Why don't you evolve my dick? Best comment?
What's with all this beta energy
Oh
around
my
here?
God. 100%.
The Alpha's return, sweep
what I
it.
had.
Yes.
Worst match?
I had Grande versus Dragon Lee.
I'm going to go with the Wyatt 6
Yes.
versus the other 4 guys.
Correct.
For no reason. It was kind of boring. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the tag division. 8-man tag. Super slow-mo. Women's 3-way tag on SmackDown.
Yep.
Best match?
Seth versus Penta.
Yeah, that's fine.
I went Sami Braun. Even though it was quick, I still liked the story they told there.
Yep.
That was
Sure.
good. Worst move?
Oldberg's punch.
That's what I had.
The worked punch.
I had Roxanne and Sain's botch, but you know what? I'll give it to Oldberg's punch.
You could have your own opinion.
No.
It's fine.
You're right. That we should add some respect for that. Respect for Goldberg.
Okay, you want to respect?
Disrespect.
Disrespect to Goldberg? Good.
Disrespect. You'll do this. Disrespect.
Yeah. Best move?
What did you guys have?
had-
Powerbomb through the table?
I
Because
just
they did
had
the
this-
shield move. I thought it was like a Roman thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Although he's not fighting them, I don't think. But
Well,
now every time someone does it, it's like the shield power. I had the just bronze spear.
And if we're-
It's always great.
Any spear specifically, it's the last spear. That was
super spear.
That was vicious.
super
Vicious.
speed.
No, I'd probably go with the mid-air one, the first one.
Mid-air one was cool.
Yeah.
Worst moment?
It's Cody for me. I can't stand Cody.
Goldberg was on the show.
Cody is terrible.
Right. Goldberg for me.
Yeah, Goldberg. Best moments?
Drew McIntyre showing
Of course.
Yeah, Drew.
Yep. That's too easy.
up. Boom.
All right, let's get to some breaking news. So TMZ reports Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch's beach house in Southern California was broken into around 3 a.m. Tuesday morning. Authorities say the suspects took some cash, but no one was home during the break-in, thankfully. So,
Yeah.
These marks have got to calm the fuck down. Jesus.
seriously. I thought they were going to say, like, all they took were some title belts or something.
I was gonna say, like, is it this easy to break into these?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Grab some title belts.
No, but I mean, like, even, what was it, Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez? Like, all these marks are, like, stalking people and stuff like that. Must just be easy to find people nowadays.
I think it's just
guess.
like, you know, it's like we've talked about this, I think, last week, where these wrestlers haven't been used to this lately. Like, they're A-list celebrities, where, like, A-listers have bodyguards, they have security protecting their house, and now it's getting to the point where, like, maybe Seth and Becky are like, I guess we have to hire security to protect our shit.
And it wasn't like someone like just walked up to Rhea's house and rang the doorbell, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Hello," like you're
Right.
answering the door. You're a celebrity.
Well, I don't think, yeah, right. I think it was the Ring. She, like, talked to her through the
talked to
Ring
the- yeah.
doorbell thing, but yeah. It's getting crazy.
It's getting wild out there.
Yeah. Also, we haven't seen Pat McAfee on Raw in 5 weeks. Pat confirmed on his show that he was getting pretty exhausted by overworking himself with everything he's doing since he does so much. But he thanked WWE for looking out for him.
I'm getting exhausted for being overworked. So I'm gonna ask Corey to go overwork.
Triple H is like, "Oh, that solves this problem we had with douchebag on NXT."
True. Yeah, that's true.
Although I do like Corey. I do like.
No,
Corey.
Corey's good.
I do like Corey.
Yeah.
he adds an element that McAfee can't add, where like he was a wrestler and he can
Yeah.
talk about them. So
He actually knows what's going on.
yeah.
That's all I've got for news. So let's get to rumors.
Vince McMahon gets kicked out for sex allegations?
That happened. But then he returns and takes back the company? He did that.
And then Vince sells the company but stays in power?
Oh my God.
And then Vince dyes his hair black and has a stupid mustache? Confirmed!
Oh boy, you're not going to like this one. WrestleVotes is saying that Jelly Roll is going to be involved in an angle that will start this Friday on SmackDown. And apparently he's going to be doing something at SummerSlam.
Oh?
Well, what did they announce this week? They announced his name.
Did they?
I was half paying attention, and they announced Jelly Roll will be at SummerSlam. I don't know what they said about it.
Well, apparently he's going to be involved in a fucking angle.
He's going to help Goldberg win.
Good God.
Maybe.
So let's hope WrestleVotes is wrong, just like they were wrong about Travis Scott tagging with John Cena at Money in the Bank.
Which cost me a title, damn it.
No, it did not. No.
I was close.
Nope, he did not show
Oh,
up.
that's right. You put him
Travis
for the... But I think you still would have lost, right? Weren't you losing by more than 10?
I think I would have needed 12 points.
That's a shame. Also, Bodyslam.net, get this, ready?
Get this.
Bodyslam.net reports that the long-term plan is for Braun Breaker to turn on Seth Rollins. Wait, you mean a big stable is going to break up someday?
Why? Why would they do that? Stables don't break up. Why would they break up a stable?
Who's announcing this? Can I just be rumors?
Yeah.
I was thinking of obvious shit to say every
I know.
week.
It's so dumb.
Posted on Twitter.
Here, Wrestling for Idiots book. It's announced this week that at some point Seth Rollins will be one of the two main champions this year.
Unless things change.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
That's just a rumor.
How do you know that?
Sources.
Exactly.
I have sources.
And if it doesn't happen, plans change.
Plans change, guys.
Yeah.
Plans change. But that's the plan. As of right now, Seth Rollins will be a world champion in 2025.
As of 9:34 p.m.
Crazy.
Not only this, I mean, I'm sure you have talked about it before, but I mean, like, Cody Rhodes is almost at the end of his face run.
They're going to start doing stuff like,
According to Cody Rhodes.
look, rumors have it that Goldberg actually will not be fighting for the title because he's not ready. But we actually have the newest rumor that he will be ready.
Oh,
so
good.
we have the hot rumor that you guys didn't know about that he wasn't ready, but now he's ready. So you guys didn't know any of that. So we want to report it first that all that happened.
I also have the report that Goldust has suffered 3 concussions since Monday Night Raw went off the air. Wow.
Instead of practicing on spears.
And that was just from driving the car.
Did you say gold dust?
Gold Dust. No.
Yeah, it's okay.
Did I say Gold Dust?
I think so. But that's
He doesn't practice
They
on
should call him Gold Dust.
They should call him gold
He should come out as Gold Dust.
Just wear the makeup and everything. That'd be more interesting, Bill.
No, whenever
Bill Goldust.
No, I was right. Dustin Rhodes still wrestles for Ring of Honor. So, yeah, he's
does?
getting concussions all the time.
a champion.
With Sammy Guevara, who's not allowed to speak. Yeah. Also, Fight for report that AJ Styles recently signed a 1-year extension with WWE, which makes sense. He was on the show this week. He did that. He was on the show for 10 seconds.
Did that.
So.
Wow. A 1-year deal, and all he does is that.
Uh-huh.
Crazy.
That's all I've got for rumors. So there's no Eric. Is there a Mark report? Is it Reese's Pieces? What are we doing?
I'm going to try to do my best Mark report in honor of Eric.
All right, let's hit it.
You fucking Mark! You fucking Mark!
All right.
So
No, Tony, it's not Eric this week. Stop it.
That was
Jesus.
getting all of it.
I appreciate it, Tony,
It
but
just came out with Hamilton.
can you please not step on the Mark report? I put a lot of work into this week. Jesus.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
So I don't know if you heard this, and it might have already happened, but Michelle McCool has said that she has not gotten any phone calls yet to be a part of All.
That's terrible.
Now it might have changed. She might have gotten a call because we still don't know the roster yet.
This fucking bitch. I can't believe, she constantly rags on this company that's paying her to do LFG.
Sure.
She's on her husband's podcast that no one wants her to be a part of, and she still has the gall to be like, they didn't ask me. It's like, yeah, you're fucking old.
Yeah, and
We
terrible.
don't want you. You were never good.
Correct.
Stop it.
Ding, ding, ding.
You're making enough money just being married to Undertaker.
I'm sure if Undertaker, made a phone call, all this would change, but who knows?
Hey, Michelle McCool.
You're a freaking Mark.
Oh, freaking.
Okay?
Okay.
For those wanting to meet Typhoon, Ace Austin, Dan Severn, you can do so on the 12th at Pro Wrestling King in Elkhart, Indiana.
Wow. That was very. Eric would be proud of that one, Josh.
Now-
Usually Eric just keeps it to Houston because it only affects him.
Sure.
It's like, hey guys, the Mark report. I'm just going to talk about stuff that I'm going to do this weekend.
No,
So.
I know this is a nationwide, national podcast, so we got to make sure all our fans across the country know what's going on. And to that point, for those that didn't think those names were big enough, you can meet Hornswoggle or Danhausen. Will be at the Rock and Wrestling in Sheboygan, Wisconsin on the 19th.
Wow, Wisconsin. You better be there, guys.
Yeah.
That's right.
Everyone moved to Wisconsin to go get those autographs.
For free. They will be there for free. That's what it said. I don't know how
Good.
much Typhoon and Ace Austin were costing, but
$5.
Danhausen and Hornswoggle are going to be there for free.
Dan Severn still alive. Wow.
Dan Severn, yeah. So I don't really follow any wrestlers on Twitter, so I don't really have any more Mark report. But, I'm sure Eric will be back next week, and I'm sure he will have a long and extensive Mark report.
Oh, yeah, 2 weeks worth. That's for sure. For sure.
I hope
He's
I
going to be
did
like, next week he's going to be like, actually, Josh, he missed these 12 things. And then,
Shit. Well, I hope I did you proud, Eric. I did my best.
good job. Good job, buddy. All right, it's trivia time.
Alrighty, so I figured I would look up the last evolution and give you guys some things to try to guess.
Okay.
So, who defeated Dakota Kai in the pre-show to retain her NXT UK Women's Championship?
Shayna Baszler.
No, it's a good guess.
UK? Not UK.
Yeah, but you never know.
Was it Ripley?
It was Ripley.
Yeah.
Like she was just the UK
Yeah.
champion 7 years ago. That's crazy. Let's see. Who won the 20-woman battle royal?
Santina Morella? No, I'm just kidding.
Shayna Baszler.
It's kind of obvious. No. Shit. Good guess.
Obvious. How would it be? Why would it be
Like
obvious?
the person that's never won it, you know, that should win it.
Battle Royal. I don't know.
Who should win a battle royal, but like they never win it, but they should win it?
Raquel.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
a big
someone
girl.
like that.
Oh, Naya.
Naya.
Damn it!
Yeah. What
Easy pickings with Josh.
what current AEW star defeated Io to win the Mae Young
Ember Moon.
Classic? No.
That was pretty good. Someone defeated Io to win the Mae Young Classic. Oh, Tony Storm.
Tony Storm. is
Eric
correct.
is screaming right now, I'm sure.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, injury wins most of the time. Let's see.
It's true. You're like, fuck, Josh is doing better than me.
Who defeated Kyrie Sain to win the
Shayna
NXT? I was trying to give Josh
Ah, shit. I was going to say Io Sky on that one.
She was in another match
another
already.
match. What is wrong with you?
Come on, let's keep going.
Ronda Rousey defeated who to
I
retain
know who
her
it is, but
WWE Raw
I'll
Women's
give
Championship?
Josh one. Let Josh go first, but I know who it is.
Ronda Rousey defeated what current wrestler in this coming evolution, coming back to wrestle in this evolution?
Is it my brain? Oh,
Is it your brain?
It was not his brain.
No.
Nikki Bella.
You can look, but you can't touch. Josh.
You shouldn't even be allowed to look.
my brain hurts.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Anything else?
that's it.
All right. Who did Becky beat in the last woman standing match for the title at Evolution?
Nia Jax.
She was in a Royal Rumble.
God damn it.
Who's the only big star we haven't mentioned that in
Charlotte Flair.
Hey.
Good job.
Suck it, Andrew.
Yo, suck it.
many-
Yeah. You got me. I was the one that asked the question.
Suck it, Joe.
I'm sure you'd love that. All right. Let's get to fan questions. Let's see what they had to say here. Charles Montgomery Punk, who will be the 4th and 5th man in the Heyman stable. I'm assuming this is the build for War Games. I mean, that's a ways away, but
Oh, sure.
hopefully Ethan Page is one of them.
Sure. Ethan Page would be great.
Yep.
Jumpin' Jeff, yep. Holy hell, Nick Aldis made about 7 matches on SmackDown. He must have gotten a bonus. Yep. Maybe. Why did you say that name? Pushfire Barry, Bronson Reed, Karrion Kross, Omos. That's easy. Push Cross.
Ooh, I was gonna say Push Reed.
No.
No, push cross.
Barry Reed, Fire Omos.
Yeah, that's easy.
Also, Josh, spell Mexico.
No. No, you know what? I'm gonna get this
You
one.
got this.
Right now.
You're moving-
MEXICO. Boom! Woo!
What did you say? Can you say that again?
MEXICO. MEXICO.
So I mean, he's only been looking at that word on paper for like the last 100 days in a row.
Still surprised, Joe. I'm still shocked.
Josh, spell USA.
No.
No. Can't do that,
That one he won't do.
Can you spell United?
No.
Jason Curtis, why can't someone stop these women from doing promos? If they can't work a mic, don't let them. Sure.
I'll agree. Becky's good. Alexa's good.
Most of the time.
That's about it.
It's about it.
That noise Meng makes. Pushfire Barry, Best Retirement Tour, John Cena, Jeff Jarrett, Josh Reese. Wow.
Ooh,
Certainly not Jeff Jarrett. That was terrible.
Jeff Jarrett's was bad.
Fire that.
Fire that.
We'll see how these other two go. They're not over yet.
Right.
Yeah. This next one is from In Josh's Voice. No. Hand job, foot job, boob job, Liv, Rhea, Alexa.
Oh my God. Hand, foot, and boob job.
Boob is Rhea.
Rhea.
Who are the three?
Who are the three?
Liv, Rhea, Alexa.
Oh my God.
Tit job is Rhea.
I don't know. Foot job might be Rhea. Taller, longer.
None of the other two don't have big boobs.
Alexa. No, you're right.
I'm not going to
I mean,
complain.
she's
on
got fakers,
any
but
order.
they're
I'm
still
going
not
with
That's
Rhea
for sure.
foot, and I'm gonna go. Hand is gonna be like Alexa while she's like looking at me in the eyes, and then I think Liv's got big enough titties. Can I get in there?
Maybe. I don't know. You can certainly try.
All right.
Andrew Sean Mark, why does Michael Cole keep repeating Goldberg telling him that's an interesting dilemma if he wins the World Heavyweight Championship? Makes me want to punch Cole through the TV. That's because you're angry because you know Goldberg's winning.
Yep.
Give this guy a Michael Cole. Come on.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
He wants
Hold
it.
on, I got to find that because I don't hit that a lot. I should hit it more often.
Thank you.
Yeah. One of these and one of those. What are your thoughts if it's revealed later on that Cross is an unofficial member of Seth's group and was a hit higher by Seth to take out Sami? I mean, that would be cool. At least that would do something with Cross.
Just put him in there. Don't even he's a for hire. Fuck you. Put him in. They can use a fourth guy.
Yeah.
There's no reason why they should even hide that. He's perfect for that group.
He is.
He's a bad guy that's not doing anything that would be cool.
With a hot chick.
He'd be better than Reese, Josh Reese,
Yeah.
Bronson Reed.
I got you.
Pop Culture Junkie, if you had a time machine, choose one or make it a push-fire berry. Let's just choose one. Would you tell Brett to duck the kick against Goldberg? You can go back in time and change one thing. Would you delay Goldberg's flight and he misses Fastlane 2017 with his match against Kevin Owens? Or would you have Goldberg arrested in Saudi prior to squashing The Fiend?
The Kevin
Owens.
Owens one was so upsetting.
Kevin Owens.
But then Vince would be like, fine, we'll do it on Raw. So it's a lose-lose either way. Yeah, but for sure, if we could change one thing, it'd be that. Pisano Eskimo Brother, why does the Buckle Bomb ruin Sting's career and is banned for a short time, but Penta no-sells it like it's a roll-up? Well, that's wrestling for you.
And Penta's learning how to sell. He's slowly.
Yeah. Steve the Don Valente, hey guys, I'm on a cruise through the Western Caribbean and your boy has proposed to the love of his life.
Tits.
Can Ric Flair give me and my fiance Sarah a shout out?
You and Sarah are going to be husband and wife. So that means who's in the three-way? Call me right now. Go to my Instagram. I reply to everyone. If you're as long as you're nice, or I'll shit on you publicly. Woo!
And personally.
Yeah, right.
And for real.
Yeah.
Just ask Edge. Tell him to tag me in.
That's right.
This is from... Okay. Turning 24 tomorrow. Been listening since I was 15. Thanks for all the laughs. Yikes, 15. Can I get a birthday shout out from Drunk Flair and Kevin Sullivan? Well, you just did Flair.
Yeah.
Hey, Horseman. I don't know your name, okay? Your avatar is a picture of Josh Reese. Horseman, happy birthday, 24 years old, Horseman.
I love when we have a key word. It's like you just have to keep saying it. Like with Jesse.
Horseman.
I have to always say, McMahon.
Yeah.
Because it just gets me in the character.
Oh, yeah. That's how I figure out how to do his voice.
Horseman.
Horseman, 24 years old. I remember when I turned 24, 80 years ago. Horseman and the end of Hulkamania for your birthday. Congratulations, Horseman.
Yeah.
We do you mean, Jacob? Been watching the pod for a while now, and I've pieced together some. I'm just curious, what do you guys all do for a day job?
Nothing anymore.
Josh, nothing. For
That's
me,
insane.
it's this right now.
Yeah. And I sell on-hold marketing and own a hair salon.
There you go.
So that's
Tits.
Exciting stuff. Future shock. Jackie interviewing Scarlett staring at her tits was hilarious.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. And he said, congrats on the wedding. Thank you very much. Yeah. But yeah, we didn't mention that part where like Scarlett was just watching Sami right before Cross
Yeah, it was
attacked
weird.
him.
She's like, do you want to say anything? And she's like,
She went,
Just got her little slight crossing. I see me. TikTok, bitch.
yeah. Queen Sheba Kills. Who's a superstar that you each think has potential or had potential to be a big star in wrestling, but for whatever reason never made it? Like,
glorious.
yeah.
We get this question like once a month.
Of course. But yeah, Bobby Roode.
Go Bobby Roode.
Owen Hart should have been big, but something happened. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
What happened? I'm watching the Monday Night Wars now.
Yeah.
Keep watching.
Smooth Brain Josh, what is your guys' favorite hype package besides WrestleMania 17? For me, I really liked the sail into the black by Machine Head. They did it for Seth Punk and Reigns. That was a good one for sure.
Interesting. That sounds pretty fun.
I don't know. I don't like remember the video packages that much for like matches, but
Some good video packages back in the day were for Black and Gold NXT. They had some good ones.
yeah, they did.
It's dead now.
Like for pre-matches, like before matches and stuff, or what? Like, is that what do they mean?
Yeah, like Stone Cold and Rocks, WrestleMania
Yeah.
17.
My way or the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in Joey P.
Hey.
Oh, it's Joe as Joe Hendry.
Nice.
wow.
What if Mr. Iguana is actually El Grande Americano by the time SummerSlam hits? Does Andrew win the bet?
Fuck yeah. That would be amazing. That'd be the only way I'd be okay with
that's
Mr.
gonna happen.
Iguana coming in. They reveal his mask and it's him.
He takes off a mask and he's just that guy.
So, and then the iguana just appears on his shoulder?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Stephen Lawley. So it looks like this Seth faction is just the Judgment Day story again. Braun and Bronson are going to kick Seth out of the group, leading to Braun versus Seth at Mania. I don't think it's happening that quick. It's not. They're not breaking up before, like for this next Mania.
Nope.
That's way too soon.
No, the Bloodline is still active. The Bloodline's been, what, 5 years?
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, why would this end anytime soon?
Yeah, no.
Correct.
Muscles Marinara. Why can't Seth's group just be called the Vision? At least it's a name. Yeah, that's right. We did talk about that.
Yep.
The Rizzler. I'm not going to be surprised if and when Goldberg beats Gunther. Vince is still calling the shots? Possibly.
Maybe.
Although Goldberg was the one that said Vince lied to him about his final match, so he seems to hate Vince now.
Well, it's easy to hate Vince now. Of
That's
course.
very true. Yeah. Bret Hart was like, I told you guys.
Yeah.
I told you guys. Fossey 32, how come after a face-off, finishing moves work so well, but not in matches? Like Lyra can just body slam two opponents and they're dead.
Sure.
I know.
Good. That's wrestling logic for you.
It sure is.
Joseph Reinling, how excited are we that the Bukkake Warriors are back together? Yes.
Woo, not at all.
Vince is.
That's true.
Vince put him together.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Darren, can we all start a petition to get Josh banned from leaving the podcast and for moving to Mexico? Well, Mexico might just throw him back. We'll see.
I am very worried about that for sure.
Give it
Yeah.
a week.
Eagles, I joined the Patreon because that fucking dumb iguana. I'm putting $1 into the bet that he doesn't wrestle by SummerSlam or whatever the stipulations are. No fucking way. Huh.
Wait, this guy joined the Patreon because of Mr. Iguana?
I guess so.
Wow.
That's okay.
That's
You're in the bet.
Amazing.
You're in.
All right.
Thank you for supporting.
Wow. Justin Stewart, congrats on the wedding. Thank you. Pushfire Barry, wrestlers' entrances to make while walking down the aisle. Oh. Stone Cold,
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, and Shawn Michaels.
You know, I would
Oh,
just
the sexy
say.
boy.
Oh, is it your wedding?
I would just. Oh, is it? Is it for you?
Oh,
I thought they meant in general. Well, go ahead.
I'm kidding. I mean, for me, it would be Stone Cold. Obviously, he's my favorite, so I would do Stone Cold.
Yeah,
Come
but
out
it's
as
not
Stone
like a real
Cold.
wedding.
I'd hold the belt,
Raise
raise my hands up,
Yeah.
stun everyone.
kick through
Done
glass. I'll take a stunner for you if you do that.
But like Flair would be you could almost do Flair like at any wedding.
Sure. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Or
dun.
Sexy Boy, just strip off your tux as you walk down the aisle.
Throw it at your mother-in-law. Shake your ass in her face.
Yeah. Goldberg stood tall on Monday, so that means Gunther is retaining, right? Please kill Oldberg. Yeah, you're going to be disappointed.
I know. I'm really nervous now.
It's not going to happen.
Chris Chubb, I know the rule of, hey, don't be plugging on the podcast, but I listened to Taker's interview with Braun Breaker. The entire interview, Michelle McCool just talks to herself. Taker needs to grow a pair and stop letting her tag along with everything. Fair enough.
Yeah. Does Taker have beta male energy?
He might. Yeah, he might.
I
with her.
mean, Jesus.
I wouldn't
Listen,
be surprised.
She's hot, but she's not like wreck your life hot, right?
I would say she's not. She's not hot. She's not hot.
She's not hot.
Yeah. So I would say no. All right, that's all for fan questions. So let's do the predictions for Evolution.
Joshy 3
I don't even know why we're doing this because like the company doesn't even care about this pay-per-view, it seems. So why do we?
Yeah,
Would you like to know the names that they added?
Oh, yeah, please.
Yeah, do you have all of them?
Not all the names. I just have the NXT ones that she just announced.
Right.
So, like-
okay, so let's...
I guess you just got to guess.
Right.
Because all they did was Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Last Legend, Izzy Dame, Tatum Paxley. I don't think you're going to vote for any of those people.
No. All All right, so let's just do
Who's?
this.
I don't even know who's all in.
Just pick somebody.
Well, if you watched Raw, you would have seen a couple people are in.
A couple, yeah.
Yeah. Filling out my scorecard. God, this is gonna. Don't look at my paper,
No,
you bitch. You gonna pick some of these NXT names?
Sure,
Yeah, go
why
for
not?
that.
At least for a Final Four, maybe.
Right. Ooh. Who else? Jesus. This is gonna be rough. Doing this real quick just so that we don't
Got it.
need a fourth name. All right. You done? You done, Josh?
Done.
Who you got?
I got Jada Parker.
Good.
As your winner?
That's my winner.
The winner gets a title match at Clash in Paris. In Paris.
It's in Paris.
They gotta push her.
I'm with Josh. I'm not picking her, but I'm just with Josh.
Of course not.
Yeah. I've got Nikki Bella.
I put Stephanie Vicaire. Sure. She gets her revenge for saying her name wrong.
Ah, that's fine.
Tits.
Final four?
I've got Nikki, Lash Legend, Nia, and Cassie Lee. Spoiler alert. You'll hear her name later.
Nice.
I have Lola, Parker, Jordan, and Dane.
Just 4 names from the list. It's good to know you won't win this title, at least.
Listen,
No triple
I'm at
champ
least gonna
shit.
get 2 points, maybe 4.
No triple champ shit.
Yeah, I got Vicaire, Nikki Bella. I put McCool. Maybe she gets her way in there.
Sure.
And then Jada Parker. And then who's eliminated last? I have Nikki eliminated last.
I have Nia.
I'm a Latina.
Lola Vice. Okay, gotcha.
Wait, who do you have? Oh, Stephanie Vicaire.
Yeah.
that's a good one.
She's got to get her fucking title match at some point.
Sure.
Paris. Who cares? I was looking like there are any French wrestlers.
I just think like in Paris, they're gonna want a big name like Nikki Bella in that match. But you know,
You think so?
Who knows?
She wasn't even supposed to be in this fucking thing.
Yeah,
so
but
we'll see.
Yeah.
We got Jade Cargill versus Naomi. No holds barred. It'll be interesting to see what holds they do now that no holds are barred.
None of them are
Yeah.
barred. I've got
Josh?
Jade. Good, Josh.
Naomi.
Okay, yeah, I've got Jade with a pin.
Pin.
Ben.
How many people interfere?
0.
The no holds barred kind of makes me think someone like who teams up with Naomi. Since I couldn't think of anyone, I put 0.
Yeah, I put 0. And then does Naomi kick out of Jaded?
I put no.
Hell no.
Yeah, I put no as well. All right, then we got the Women's Tag Team Championship. Judgment Day versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Sol Ruka and Zarya versus the Kabuki Warriors. Who you got?
Flair and Bliss.
That's who I have. I don't think Andrew believes in this though.
I do not. I've got the Judgment Day.
How could they retain?
They have to.
Do they?
Because they're doing this Judgment Day. Everyone has belts on the Judgment Day right now.
No one cares about the
And
judgment.
Perez has to retain by, now you can you're in the Judgment Day officially and
Yeah.
all that bullshit. I got Perez pinning Zarya.
I have Flair pinning Zarya.
I have Flair subbing Perez.
All right, how many people interfere?
2.
0.
Who two?
I don't know. I'll put a number.
Fair enough.
I put 0, and then any swerves?
No.
Are you putting yes because you don't have Alexa and Flair?
No, I put no.
Oh.
I'd put no.
Because I can see one of them turning on the other to not win this
That's
match.
true.
But I put no.
All right, NXT Women's Championship, JC Jane versus Jordan Grace.
JC Jane has to retain. She has to.
That's what I said.
I got Jordan Grace.
Really?
Yeah.
Winning it?
All right,
Winning
Mark.
the
This
main
is her
title?
second chance.
Wow.
She's already lost before.
Yeah.
I think they got to let her win one. I got Grace with a pin.
Jane with a pin.
Pin.
How many people interfere?
1, because that other chick never does anything.
I think she'll be there, though.
0.
I put 3.
3?
So I think Blake Monroe will help her because she's
Wow.
been with her. Does JC kick out of Beast Mode?
No.
I'm going to say yes.
I said no. Does Grace kick out of the rolling encore?
No. And props to Andrew for knowing that move.
I looked it up.
You looked it up. No.
I put yes for that. Any swerves?
No.
No.
No. All right. Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch, Bailey, Lyra.
Lynch.
Lynch.
Becky. I got Becky pinning Bailey.
I got Becky pinning Lyra.
Pinning Lyra.
It's Lyra, Josh, not Lyria.
So close.
How many people interfere?
None.
0.
0. Any swerves?
No.
No.
No. All right. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus, WWE Women's Championship. Who you got?
Tiffy time.
I have Stratton's faction. No? Anyone? No. With a pin.
You have Trish?
No, I was trying to say Stratton faction.
Oh, Stratton faction.
I see what you did there.
Yep.
You guys should have filled out your scorecards with caution, because I've got Naomi with a pin.
You think she jumps in during the match?
That's my prediction.
Okay.
And I'm sticking to it.
Got it.
Yeah. Pins all around.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many people interfere?
0.
1.
0. Does Trish kick out of the prettiest moonsault?
No.
Yes.
Sorry, good. No, me, yes, Andrew.
Huh?
Josh
Let's
said
go one
no.
at a time now. It's for the people listening.
Go ahead, Josh.
I'm at a yes.
You said no.
What the fuck are you talking
Wait,
about?
I said no? Wait, no, yes.
Does Trish kick out of the prettiest moonsault?
Okay, you said
Why?
Josh.
Yes.
Joe says no.
I say no.
All right.
Does Tiffany kick out of Stratisfaction?
No, this is Joe.
No.
I put yes.
All right.
Then we got Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley Women's World Championship. Who you got?
Rhea Ripley.
Yep, Ripley.
Ripley with a pin.
Pin.
Pins all around. Any interference?
0.
Nah.
0. How many riptides?
Dos.
I thought about going crazy on this one, but I put 2 as well.
Yep.
And then how many over the moonsaults?
Dos.
You have 2 of those?
I too.
All right, I have 1.
1 for me. Surprise appearance. They can't just be in the crowd. If they're just in the crowd waving, it does not count. They have to do something.
Fuck.
What do you got?
Stephanie McMahon.
You should read the fucking text. You should
I
read.
can't read, Andrew.
Can't read.
We've made that clear.
Oh, if she comes out to the ring and says, "Welcome to Evolution."
Okay.
I mean, she will. Does that count?
I think so.
Come on. You're going to be behind by so many points at this
Yeah.
point. It probably won't matter.
You want to pick
I'll take
someone
it.
else?
No, I'll
She's
take
like a
it.
part
I'll
of the
take it.
show. She's been on TV recently.
Yeah, she's doing podcasts. It doesn't count.
But mostly just wait. Yeah, doing podcasts.
she's gonna come out, say welcome to Evolution.
He needs all the help he
Make
can get.
sure to check
We're
out
giving
the
him
podcast.
10 points here. That's good. All right.
Maybe. Remember, I started this whole thing. It was me. I
That's
did
right.
it.
Yeah. I had Brie Bella, but I crossed it out.
I put Brie mode.
Yeah.
Brie mode. Bow, 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 bow.
And I went with Cassie Lee, the Iconics, because they're on TNA.
Yeah.
I think they'll both be in that Battle Royal.
That's a good one.
yeah.
Did you just see it? Did they spoil it? Did they announce it in the Battle Royal?
No, they're not in the Battle Royal.
They probably will be. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Does Naomi cash in?
No.
I'm going to say no. I think she waits till
She
SummerSlam.
100% cashes in.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the opening match?
The NXT Women's Championship.
I had the Battle Royal.
I put the Battle Royal. Main event?
Io Rhea. Let Rhea have the big moment here.
Same.
Sweep it. How many times does an announce table break?
I don't think they know how to break it. So, I mean, they might try once,
Same.
but
They've
will
done
it
it.
actually break? 0.
Yeah, I put 1.
0.
And then lock of the century?
My lock of the century is against one of your picks, which is funny because I don't think Naomi's doing that. I put Tiffy time.
My lock of the century is a little redhead named Becky Lynch.
That makes sense.
I put Naomi.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
You're all in on that.
I am.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't
Well-
think anyone wants to see Jade and Stratton for the belt at SummerSlam.
It's going to be nice to be Joshy 3 belts. That's all I know.
Yeah, sure, Josh.
I'm going to wear them like Sasha Banks. Sorry, Mercedes Moné.
Oh, yeah. You better get some more belts then.
I will. I'll buy fake belts.
I'm sure
Did
you
we
will,
talk
Mark.
about during the when all the tag teams on SmackDown were arguing that
A little bit.
that there were new tag team champions? AAA or
Oh, yeah.
or
right.
have they been or did they just win
No,
those?
they won them at Worlds Collide, I think.
So like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were just standing there
So
with
they're
those
just now-
fucking belts. Those belts
They've
are
been on
canon.
TV.
They're canon on WWE.
And they haven't worn the belts, but now they're going to wear them standing there?
Because now they're technically WWE belts because they own that company.
How stupid.
Weren't they on
Wow.
AAA belts on AEW?
Yeah, a few years ago, yeah.
Wow.
Omega was the AAA champion a few years ago on
To
AEW.
Joe's point, Vince owns everything.
Anyone
It's all
doesn't
coming full
think
circle.
that at this point, you're out of your mind. I don't know about Vince, but I think WWE has ownership in AEW for sure.
Wow.
Now they're burning it to the ground.
Yeah. Anyways, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Follow the show on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Wrong Wrestling. Get a t-shirt or hat like Joe. Show off the hat. ProWrestlingTees.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. And get all the bonus podcasts, including the Weekend of Hell this coming weekend at Patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling.
Yep.
We'll see you guys there.
And don't forget to proceed with caution.
Shut the fuck up.
What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much